What's up, guys? We have Dominic with us. Some of you who've been following me for a while know that about a year ago, I interviewed Dominic. Well, about 8 months ago, he was 90 days free of pornography. So this is just a one-year follow-up. I think it's very important for guys to know that you don't just do 90-day challenges and then disappear. So Dominic has been active in our community, lots of exciting things happening in his life. Well, first of all, I just want to start off with Dominic. For those who are learning about you for the first time, why don't you just introduce yourself, how old you are, and what you're doing right now, like for a living or whether you're in school, who you are.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Dominic Anderson. I'm 22 years old. I'm a full-time student athlete. My nickname is Blair, by the way, but we'll get to that later.
All right.
It's part of the whole thing. But I've been struggling with this for about 5 to 6 years in total now. I took it seriously last year back in April, and my life has changed ever since. So, making things happen.
Okay, awesome. Full-time athlete, started taking this seriously in April, and you said you've struggled with it for about, 5 to 6 years?
Yes, around that time, more or less, one of the two. But
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
It's been a ride.
Yeah. All right. So I know that you reached out to me originally to work with me, and I had recommended that you use our free material. So that's what you started doing. Just remind everybody, and a refresher for those who have watched this before and for those who are new, what was the aspect of the porn reboot system that worked out best for you?
Yeah, so well, one of the things that needed to be established before that was just me believing that you were able to help me. And so, one day I was, because I've always had this trouble with inferiority and feeling like, everybody's around me is better than me, for no apparent reason, right? And the funny part about that whole thing is that, I've been an athlete, a combat sports athlete my whole life. So you would think, quote unquote, that I'd be better than everybody else, parenthetically, right? For some reason, I always had this feeling of being less than everybody else around me. And I came across one of your videos that talks about, inferiority and what porn does to you. So I was like, man, this guy knows what he's talking about. But so you were asking what was the thing that really helped me the most was, I've reached, 30 days before by myself without any type of system, 60 days, whatever it was, but that didn't sustain me. So me understanding that this is going to take a lot longer than just 90 days or whatever it was, and realizing that my willpower dissipates and you have a system that basically, I don't have to, it's not as much of as a mental drain versus using willpower. That's the thing that really stuck me. So,
Okay, cool. So realizing that was one of the things that made you come on board with the program. Was there anything specific that you implemented regularly that really helped?
Yeah, one of my biggest things was boundaries.
Okay.
I realized about myself that I was the type of guy who relapsed in the morning and at night.
Okay.
It wasn't, it wasn't in the afternoon. It wasn't at school or anything or in the bathroom, nothing like that. It was at night or in the morning. And, I had problems with Instagram and getting triggered and wondering how come I'm relapsing, 30 days, 45 days into whatever I'm doing. And, having boundaries, it really stops that. Once you become disciplined enough to actually implement your boundaries and not disrespect them, it really, really makes a world of difference. It becomes natural to the point where you don't have to think about your boundaries in order to in order to be successful and recover. Next, you implement boundaries that are strong, you don't disrespect them. Next thing you know, you're so long into the program and you feel great. So
okay,
boundaries are the biggest thing for me.
Boundaries were the biggest thing for you. All right. Well, Dominic, some guys are going to be watching this and they're going to say well, I've tried to implement boundaries, and you say that you just got to be disciplined. Do you mind sharing with guys what makes the difference? So some guys are literally going to listen to this and go yeah, well, how do I become disciplined with boundaries? What made you stick to your boundaries once you identified that you slipped in the mornings and in the evenings? What kept you consistent with the boundaries?
Good question. One of the things was really my accountability partners.
Okay.
After the Quran, I've gotten a few. So, I've had a few guys reach out to me asking if we can work together, and it worked out because Daquan, we went our separate ways for a little while.
Do you want to introduce, tell everybody who Daquan is first, because some people would be watching this for the first time.
Yeah, no, for sure. Daquan, he was. So I reached out to him he made a post in the group about in April, I think, of last year, 2019, and he was saying how he wanted help or whatever. And I was just beginning to, get into this. And so I was like, okay, cool. I can have someone I can work with. And so we talked for a little while, and I realized that we clicked and connected. So it really worked out. So like, we got on Covenant Eyes together.
Okay.
We would talk almost every day. Like literally, we talk every day on Facebook Messenger. We'd send each other voice notes of how we're doing and everything. And he was, we'd send each other book recommendations, all that type of stuff. Like we were really going into the program. And he slipped he slipped twice in total this whole time out of from last year till now. And the first time he slipped, he handled that so well. It was like 2 weeks into his whole program. He handled it very well. I knew like this guy, I'm gonna reach incredible strides with this person. So
okay, that was awesome. So since Daquan, since you've had him, you've also had other accountability partners, and you feel like having these accountability partners really helped with maintaining the boundaries. So what exactly was going on, Dominic? Were they checking in with you at certain times, or were you reaching out when you were like, hey man, I feel like I'm about to cross this boundary? How did that work exactly?
I mean, really, it was both. I'd have accountability partners who, they'd hit me up saying, hey, how's it going? Or hey, I'm messing up in this area. How can I improve this? And vice versa. Because I mean, I'll give an example. This would be like one of the boundaries that's like most triggering for me is IG, Instagram.
Okay.
But I also have this I have this fear of missing out, right? So,
yeah.
A lot of times, I get like, it's weird, man. On Instagram and stuff, when I'm off of it, I feel like I'm like disconnected from everybody else, which triggers me to be lonely, right? So
okay.
I hit my accountability partner like, hey man, like I'm feeling kind of lonely. I want to hop back on IG, but I know how dangerous this is for me. I literally relapsed, being real far into like a no-fap streak or whatever.
Yeah.
Purely because of Instagram, right?
Wow.
And so I know this has to be the thing that like, if I give this up, then I'll be sober.
Yeah.
But it's just hard to give it up sometimes. So. Just having my accountability partners really helped me with that. And
okay. So did you get to
clear about it?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying, being clear about the whole thing, like just understanding, like having your boundaries written down. You know what I'm saying? Like being very specific and clear to the T about what exactly you need to be refraining from and why. You know what I'm saying? And just having it on paper versus having it in your head, to me, is very powerful. So. Yeah,
okay. Cool. Thanks for sharing that, man. So out of curiosity, 1 year later, what's your relationship with Instagram now? In the past, you get triggered and feel lonely when you disconnected. And this is connected to your fear of missing out. So where are you at with it right now?
I've got to control myself. But I don't, like, I used to spend hours on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd have lots of free time and spend hours on it and whatnot. Now I just have more control where I'll post a story here and there, maybe a picture, but I don't spend too much time on it. And I keep it. I still have boundaries with myself though. So like an example of this would be I don't go on women's pages. I don't click that explore button.
Okay. Yeah.
Keep it. I treat it as Facebook. Facebook, except with Facebook you kind of have control of what you see in a sense. You don't. So
true.
I just kind of keep it to where I'm like. Not looking at women's pages and going across those boundaries. I don't even really follow women on Instagram, just as friends in general, so that helps out too. So I still have it, but I'm very cautious about it because I know how much it can affect. So.
Got it. Okay. So you've got some boundaries within Instagram, like not following women's pages, and then you go in there to do something very specific when you go in there to post. Okay, that's good. So Dominic, what has been the impact of following the system on your goals over the past year? What are some of the things that have changed in your life for the better?
You're talking about the implementation, right?
Yeah, just implementing the actual program. So just so you guys know, Dominic is also a member of our Reboot implementation program. He'd already mastered the basics of our system just using the free material, which, by the way, for those of you who are listening to this, is probably one of the best ways to do this, is to struggle on your own for a little bit. I don't need you guys to buy a program. Learn the system for free with the free stuff that's out there. And then if you feel you want to move a little bit faster or get more established in the program, then think about joining our implementation program. But from the free material or the implementation program, Dominic, what has changed in your life, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, so I mentioned earlier that my nickname is Blair.
Blair. BLAIR.
Yeah, Blair, exactly.
All
And
right.
what that means is that's a person who basically sticks out and he shines above everybody else. And to further extend on that, it's somebody who brings value to others and others see value in him. You know
Okay.
what I'm
All
saying?
right.
And so,
Yeah.
I gave myself that nickname due to like, it's funny, man, one of the first modules of your program really, really helped me. It was, you figuring out, how you want to be on the other side of this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like what you want in your life and like, what do you want to accomplish and achieve?
Mm.
And, I just like who I was before and who I'm becoming now are two totally different people. It's like night and day. If you were to have 2 sheets of paper and put the characteristics on each paper, you'd see that two totally different people.
Yeah.
And so I just what I did was in the very beginning of the program when I came across that module about you figuring out how you want to be and who you want to become on the other side of this addiction.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down exactly who I wanted to become and gave myself a nickname. So now I'm always striving to become Blair. You see what I'm saying? Because really, at the end of the day, who you want to become is not going to be. You're not going to reach that person until you're on the other side of this addiction.
Mm.
So, that's like the main thing for me. Because people use like things like women, wanting cars and money and all that stuff, which is great. I don't knock them for that, but that's not really feasible for me. I need something that's within myself in order to like aside from everything else, like that stuff will come. You know what I'm saying? But I need to make sure that I'm the best I can possibly be, and so I'm striving to become a person. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's like the most valuable part. That alone, that's in the very beginning of the program. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. Awesome. So if I get this right, you created this persona for yourself for who you want to be. You didn't go out and look to anybody. You didn't look to anything. You're like, all right, who's the person I want to be? And this guy is Blair. That's your nickname now. And so this individual within you is he sets the standard for who you want to be. Dude, that's powerful, man. That's really powerful.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I've looked at I look to others for inspiration and all that. But I really wanted to figure out how I want to be just in the period. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I look to other people for like guidance and all that. And like he's a good example. Let me follow some of his footsteps, that sort of thing. But in general, I'm looking inside of myself and I want to bring that out. So.
Okay, excellent. So what would you say to somebody, well, in the group, before we even get to this, in the group, we've seen you post pictures of your wins. I think you're a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and you're a wrestler. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do in terms of competition and athletically and how your Reboot may have impacted that area of your life?
Yeah, so I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling for the past 6 years. I started back when I was, I think, 15 or 16. I'm 22 now, so. And man, it's funny. Like my plateau, like where I really started to peak was before I became an addict. Unfortunately, like like when I was 16 through 18.
Yeah.
And then now that I'm free from it. And so what happened in the middle was a lot of because honestly, I used to be the hardest worker I knew until this came into my life, and like I used to like compete. Train hard. I was very extremely disciplined on my diet, my training, and all. Never missed a practice. And then this came into play. This started to become a part of my life, and everything started to go downhill for me, like as far as my athletics go. And then even like in terms of like my academics also, because I'm a full-time student. So like an example of like it going downhill for me would be like I would get extremely like nervous before my competitions when that's not something that used to happen to me before. Very nervous, And I always feel like, because I always feel like no matter whether I beat this guy 3 or 4 times before or not, I always feel like I was going to lose for some reason. It's awful, you know what I'm saying? And these are things that need to be, they can't be there when you're a competitor, you know what I'm saying? Because your mind already goes in a lot of different places, period. And so, just having that extra weight on your back is not going to help you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. And so how did that change for you? So no more nervousness before competitions? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different areas that it actually affected, but so like I competed this past weekend and 2 weekends before that. And I won both times. I won the tournament.
Congratulations.
The whole thing is that, thank you, I appreciate it. And the funny part about the whole thing is that, I competed against a guy who beat me in 2017 in 1 minute. This guy destroyed me, right?
Wow.
And so I met him again this past weekend and I destroyed him.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that PMO made the difference. Just giving it up. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
My mindset was just super sharp. You know, I wasn't nervous out there as I usually was. And you know, one thing that also was taken away from me due to the addiction was the fact that I would be extremely tired. Like I just didn't have the motivation to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be training, I'd be doing all this type of cool stuff beforehand, but I just didn't have the motivation as I do now. You know what I'm saying? And so I would be very lazy out there. I just kind of want to get it over with, have that sort of mentality. Now I'm more energetic and charismatic on the mat. My body language is up, my confidence is up. I just feel like a totally different athlete afterwards, you know?
Okay.
And so it just made the world of difference for me. I almost quit because of this stuff.
So, okay. Wow. You almost quit.
I almost quit. I swear to you. There was a tournament that I was doing back in March 2018.
Okay.
And I just felt so like shitty because I'm like, man, it's funny. Almost before and after every tournament, I would relapse.
Okay.
The addiction was just so bad for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before and after every one of them, and then obviously in between that, I'm feeling like garbage. You know what I'm saying? I feel like crap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just, yeah, I almost quit. I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life anymore. I was just so drawn with my addiction. I used to go on just these horrible binges, try to forget about things. You know?
Okay. Dude, well, we're glad that you didn't quit, and we're glad that you're winning. How does your future look, man? How do you feel? Well, I know you're still 22, still in college. I'm not going to ask you what are you going to do with your future, but how do you feel about your future now compared to how you did a year ago?
Man, every time I think of my future, I almost cry. I'm so excited, because I told you I want to be part of the NCAA.
Yeah.
I'm the only person in my family that I know of from my immediate family that's ever going to be a part of the NCAA for wrestling, or for any sport in general, but for wrestling in particular.
Yeah.
You know, and so I started my collegiate athletic freshman in the fall. I'm going for 4 years, and I'm going to get my master's degree after that. And I'm just looking forward to it because now PMO is not a part of my life anymore, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I just that, you know, I'm looking at a few schools. One of the schools I'm looking at is in Ohio.
Okay.
Ohio.
All
it's
right.
one of the top NCAA schools in the country right now, so I'm looking forward to it.
So that's exciting stuff, man. It's great to hear somebody have clarity about their future. That's a big goal, and we're going to be keeping up with you, man, to hear about your successes and see you hit these goals. Before we round up here, what are some just thoughts personally from Dominic to all the brothers who are going to be watching this, most of who are still struggling with their behavior with porn and masturbation? What do you have to say to them? What are some thoughts, just personal thoughts, and whatever you feel comes from your heart to share with them?
I would say, you know, just when it comes to like the porn reboot system, or just any like quitting porn in general, I would say, you know, for most guys out there, a practical approach is the best approach. You know, you hear of like the NoFap and the you know the sex anonymous or whatever.
Yeah. Semen retention.
Exactly, all that type of stuff. It's great for like short-term goals. Parenthetically, like a lot of guys, they reach those goals like 30 days, 45 days, whatever it is, but that's not going to sustain you.
Yeah.
And I would say just find something that's going to be, you'll be able to implement and be happy implementing until the reboot's over, which is, you know, a lot longer than 90 days or however long you're trying to reach. So, and just, you know, being cheap is expensive. You know, I would say, because I mean, obviously a lot of guys who are watching this video obviously have an issue with this whole thing. They've been struggling with it for years and they couldn't give it up on their own.
Yeah.
So what I would say is, you know, just, you know, I mean, you see the success stories, you see like the transformations that, you know, come about through, you know, using your system, using like what you've implemented, which I have no one to thank except for you, man. And you know, I just, you know, make that commitment. You know what I'm saying? Make that investment in yourself. I mean, because really, what's going to happen if, you know, I mean, like, let's say for example, a guy, you know, he wants to join the implementation, but he feels like it's cost too much money or whatever the situation may be. You know, like being cheap is very expensive. I mean, at the expense of your life, are you going to not give up, you know, a few dollars for the rest of your life? I mean, it's already taken away from you 4, 5, 6 years, 10 years, decades, however long it's taken away from you.
Yeah.
You want to get that time back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you've heard it from Dominic, guys. I really appreciate your time, man. And I would say this, those of you who are watching this video, if you go on YouTube and you go back about 8 months, or you just go to my YouTube channel and you search for Dominic, you're going to see my interview with him almost a year ago. And it's amazing to see the subtle changes, which I see. I'm not going to explain it to you guys. I'm let you guys watch it. And you see the changes in confidence. You see the certainty that Dominic has. I don't know if you've watched the old video recently, but there are so many little changes there. So it's really great to see. We're going to be following up with you, man, hopefully over the next year to see how you're doing. I wish you all the best. I know that you're going to become an NCAA athlete. I know that's going to happen, but just make sure you let us know, man, when that happens. Dominic is big in our group. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, brothers, join. All the people that I interview are real. These are people who you don't need to talk to me and ask me about Dominic. You can hit up Dominic yourself and ask him about his experience. He's a busy guy, but he'll get back to you when he has time. Oh, and also don't waste his time, because he's kind of like me. If you waste his time in the DMs, he's going to block you. All right.
These guys are hysterical sometimes.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. So respect him when you slide into DMs. All right. Dominic, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great day, man.
Thanks for